What is up, guys? I just want to come over and explain kind of what's going on. I ended up hosting one of the biggest Cobalt tournaments for Season 9, featuring 36 amazing contestants, and this is just a highlight reel of what the games I thought were the best to watch, the games I thought like really blew everyone away, and really wanted to highlight some of these amazing players. So if you enjoy this kind of content, you want to see more from the tournament and more tournaments like this in the future, feel free to leave a like down below, sub to the channel. After 1,000 subs, we will be doing a face reveal, but until then, enjoy. So we have two fights going on already. We'll see how it goes. Topsides fighting. Sanchez engaging into Vulcaner. Vulcaner is not wanting to have anything of this fight. We're seeing the first kind of totem taken at the bottom. We are seeing an engage from Law and Mikkel. Assassin is actually nowhere in this fight. They're going to give up the top turret. No! Mikkel refusing to give up that first beacon. Oh,
ooh,
we got
that
a good heal
into his R. Big damage.
Oh, that was a close one. Law barely escaping there. Let's go hop down to the bottom real quick as we see, man, our Shiro right here is taking massive amounts of damage, putting in a good amount of ult damage here. We see Vulcaner launching forward but backing up with his shield. This may be their first kill of the game. Let's see how it goes. It's going to be close. Shiro actually body blocks, and Shiro's going to go down for the first kill inside of base. What a legend. All right, back up to the top here. We still see Mikkel and Assassin Empire trying to essentially play the resource management game. Nagel actually staying into the fight. Law backing up to try and take off cams. Let's see how this goes. They are all both backing up. Looks like they may be giving up the beacon here in favor of the healing shrine. But they're going back in. This could be bad for Law. Nope, they're prioritizing beacon down here. We'll see how it goes.
Ooh, you definitely cannot ignore those beacons, especially since they just updated. In this first phase, they're worth 2 points now. So it looks like they're down in this first phase, but let's see if they can come back.
Yeah, Team K9 Satan already down to 33 points. The team not giving up anything yet. Vulcaner actually making a big play in the bottom, pushing them back into their base. They are really holding it out as the first zone comes down. We are seeing some automatic grouping towards the middle. Tireless Wizard using their sniper advantage, trying to get as much damage as they can from afar without taking anything themselves. Assassin Empire by himself, stuck in a 2v1 match. You see the TL coming down to actually zone him out, but he gets the double stun. It's a double out for a kill.
What a big play.
Law is in a bad situation now. It's turned from a 2v1 to a 3v2, getting 2 good kills because of Assassin Empire. That is some gameplay right there. They're going back for the middle now, actually controlling the box real quick, grabbing a blood cloak for their team. Let's go and take a quick item look real quick. We're not seeing too much changing other than Tia grabbing a magic stick from here. We are seeing one more item on the Shiro. They are controlling this bottom point the best they can. They are grouping extremely well. We do see that blue team is having trouble getting their team back organized, as we see a lot of rolling going on right at this beginning. We are seeing 3 gold items now onto Tia, though. Will that make the difference as they're getting pushed back into base again? Vulcaner being extremely aggressive here, using their ult to actually escape real quick. Okay, we're seeing some major engage right now. Looks like Law is actually taking the oh no, wow. Red team going down twice. Tireless Wizard in a bad spot now as they may be the next to fall. Yep, there it is. Mikkel facing 1v2 now. Does this Emma have what it takes to avoid the attacks and actually do the amount of damage needed to get the 2v1? No! And that is going to be a huge kill for blue team here.
Yeah, that's what it's really all about, is getting that first pick. As soon as Vulcaner was down, they lost one big piece of their front line, and the other team was able to come back and take it.
And keep in mind, like when we talk about blue team, like what they're actually facing, remember they actually started this match with a disadvantage, not having a full item teammate on the Rio. While prioritizing that gold item is great, they still had to face the early game with a lot lower, lower stats than the enemy team. Which may not sound like a huge thing, but it's the risk that you have to take, especially now with the update of the 2 points early game. That's massive. But now they're actually fighting as a team. They may have a chance to bring this back. Again, this is anyone's game. We still haven't even seen Gamma come into play. They are actually going in for the 4v3 here, though, as Shiro is actually too late from farming. Assassin getting a huge ult there. Assassin's ults are actually going to be what's going to turn these fights the most. Vulcaner is a huge amount of defense for their team, but Assassin's amp field ults are actually doing massive amounts of damage and turning these fights really quickly. Looks like we're going to see a mega fall to red team right away. Red team is actually holding this lead as much as they can. as it's now 36 to 24. Let's do a quick update. We almost have a full Exodiad Tia right now on blue team, but we are seeing the first red item coming out being Dragon's Fury on Tireless Wizard. And remember, anything goes. Red items are allowed in this tournament. Yes, they are overpowered, but if everyone has the availability to become overpowered, then no one truly is. If everyone's super, then
barely missing that engage right there.
It would be costly if it wasn't a 2v3. Vulcaner is playing extremely aggressive as Law is actually coming in from the backside. This seems like it could be a good pinch mechanic, but because their teammate did not follow up, Law is now being pursued. Law being able to make it out without any kind of massive amounts of damage. This is a very bad kind of split fight right now as Vulcaner is able to just zone off the Fiora here.
And we're going to have the Fiora 1v1. Rest of the team is going to come back in. Will they be able to catch Law?
Yeah.
Looks like he's going to make it back
is doing
to
pretty
base.
good here. He's actually utilizing the spacing very well, trying to keep them distracted for a good long time. It is still looking pretty bad as we're already down to our last 19 points for blue team here. This is getting extremely close. It's like Shiro may be the next to fall. Nope, Shiro makes it out with just enough health. Vulcaner being extremely aggressive again. You have to respect the aggressive plays into their base as Vulcaner is like really getting up in their face with their amount of defense that they have. It's like Law finally falls. Nagel is not going to be too far behind if they can't get away here. Was the gold items worth it? It looks like Nagel's actually able to survive here. We see 2 beacons reclaimed for blue team here. Now, I don't know if you know, by the way, what does the middle beacon actually give you a bonus for? We can find, oh, it's HP and SP regen with a little bit of defense. Okay. For those at home who don't play a lot of Cobalt, every beacon does offer you a little bit of an advantage. So holding these beacons not only gives you points, but also gives you the ability. You're a blue team fan. Blue team is really putting in the work. They have a chance to come back here. It's going to be really tough. I do apologize, Feline, if I'm cutting you off. I'm just trying to keep the energy going.
All fine.
It's like Stop Speeding is a blue team fan, though, so the chat is slowly supporting one team or the other. Lyrum and or Chicken, can we actually get a poll, a prediction real quick to see which team's going to win so people can actually like get some nice little channel points real quick?
I personally am excited to see if the other team can make a comeback somehow.
Man, Assassin Empire is proving to be extremely deadly here as he's putting up his second major kill. Yo, Cobalt Tournament, how many people signed up? So we actually have a full 9 teams signed up, 4 people on every team, obviously. It is looking extremely hard to go. Too late in the game. Gotcha on the next. Gotcha.
Ooh, we have Law going down. That's a lot of CC coming out from the team.
Yeah, the team is putting in a huge amount of damage right now. Assassin Empire for another huge... Oh! This man does not miss. These Hyun Woo stuns are actually legendary right now. Depending on that small of a space, you gotta respect it. You gotta respect it.
And Hyun Woo, his whole kit just does so much damage. Even one big pick off like that is huge, and it can turn a team fight.
And this tournament is definitely not over by any means for this team right now. They have a chance to bring it back. They are almost full Exodia on everybody. They have the items to win. Now they just have to put in the answers to actually get there. Assassin Empire looking low on his health. Vulcaner also low. Their 2 main carries kind of being pushed back now. Assassin actually grabbing the health station here. Man, we are seeing them just being pushed back further and further into the, the pits, into their team pits. I don't even remember what you call this thing. The main base is bottom. If they can't find a way to escape here, then they may be stuck without getting another point. As every beacon is currently being controlled by red team. This is not looking good. They have to find a way to actually escape from here. Now, Feline, you play Cobalt on a regular basis, correct?
Yes, sir.
So if you were in this situation, what would you do?
Honestly, this is a bit of a tough one to get out of, but I think that they're losing a lot of points to the beacons. Someone's gonna have to come and go back cap. Another thing is they're running a complete like item difference. Wow. A lot of damage coming out from team
Assassin Empire going down. We're almost seeing the entire red team going down. Looks like Emma is going to be able to escape, but is Emma enough to actually re-secure this game here? Remember, Grandma is still in play, so there is still a chance to come back, even with only 6 points left. Like I said, they have the item difference. They're finally finding a way to push back. All they have to do is hold these beacons and get the lead kind of narrowed down as much as they can.
Looks like we're coming to a team reset. Looks like the team is finally getting their gold items that they need, and they're coming back in.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can secure this game.
Keep in mind now that we're reaching to this point, we actually have a
huge Tia combo.
Yeah, Tia is putting in the main work. Vulcaner is actually having the ult out of this situation before losing all their health. It's like blue team is finally being pushed back, though. They did great at the beginning here, but Assassin is getting in the damage that he needs. Law is actually finding his way in. Will he get the kill? Oh, Law missing his ability is going to be a huge issue right there. Oof. Law was one ability away from killing Assassin. He did go down. Like I said, those skill shots can be a make or break for that character. All right, with 2 beacons secured, 3 points left, this game is coming closer and closer to a close now. We'll see if blue team can bring it back. They're just applying so much pressure here so efficiently. It's actually terrifying. Remember, even if they lose here, they are not out of the tournament. There is still a chance for losers bracket to make it back. They just have to get through the gauntlet. It is not over until it is officially over.
Looks like they're 1 down. They're going into a 3v4 fight. Hopefully they can get back to base. No, it doesn't look like it. Looks like Shiro's going down, and the rest of the team is going down with them. And that's going to conclude our first match. K9 Satan versus the team. The team comes out victorious.
Yep. Really well played by both teams here. K9 Satan did a great job. Like I said, you don't always win every single game that you try to compete into. And like I said, it is Cobalt. They can turn it any single way. But they can still come back. For those who are a fan of K9 Satan still has a chance. All right, our first engage going up top as Eclipse is starting to attack Kexer. Kexer trying to get in as much damage as they possibly can. Nozuru coming from behind.
Both team barely missing.
Kexer is almost down already, and that's going to be the first ult of the game and the first kill.
What big damage.
Well, Cedric barely makes it out alive. We see the Nikki surviving. Down on the bottom, we actually see Cosmic Kumio dying as well. Oh, but we're seeing the Evolution Gem coming out for the Ekion. We're going to automatically see a new Ekion weapon coming. ACU chilling over in base. The chicken did survive on both sides, by the way, for anyone who's wondering about the Cobalt chicken. Nozuru taking massive damage here. Will this be the comeback kill, or will Nozuru make it to the health pack in time? Nozuru gets the health pack, comes back in for the fight, gets Nikki ulted. Nikki doing enough damage to take him down. Kexer coming back in for Eclipse. Eclipse trying to make it around. It's about to get pinned if they don't make it around this corner. It looks like Eclipse will go down as well. Gain 1 kill, lose 2, basically. ACU in a bad spot here down the bottom, taking another point away. All right, we're seeing blue controlling bot point, red controlling top point. We're already seeing a 33 to 39 difference here. This is not looking good at the very beginning, but we'll see how they come back from here. All right, bottom team reclaiming point, top team reclaiming point. We're seeing a swapping of blue and red here. 16 seconds until the middle opens. We see Cosmic going in straight onto Fumi here. Cosmic taking massive amounts of damage as Cosmic is going to die to the Felix. Felix is never a fun character to fight as an Ekion, I'll tell you.
No, definitely not. He does so much damage, and if he gets his spacing right, you're dying even faster.
Looks like ACU is going to be quick to follow. Let's go back up to Eclipse versus Kexer and Nikki. Nikki going in for a nice charge. Looks like it's going to be CC immune, though, for Nozuru to get the quick damage. The ult coming out for the Nikki, taking down Nozuru, leaving just Eclipse alive to fight the 1v3. Can they get out of this fight? Which looks like Cosmic Kumio going in for the farming route here. Probably not a bad idea while your team is down to try to get as much XP as you possibly can. Middle point still staying open. We actually see the box coming up. It looks like we're going to have a nice Myth shield coming out of the box. Nikki choosing not to take it, opting for her teammate to take it here. All right, Cosmic, Kumio, and ACU coming back from the bottom. Let's see how this goes. All right. Red team defending their point here.
Looks like red team really got a good lead in that phase 1, but I'm waiting to see if maybe team 2 can take it back with with some of their random items.
Yeah, I mean, it is still anyone's game at this point. It's only 29-38. We're not seeing any kind of massive, like, unforgivable leads yet. So we'll see how it goes. All right, it is now a 3v3 now. We're seeing the ult coming out from Eclipse here, hitting both Kexer and Fumi. Kexer and Fumi not able to get away from Eclipse here, though, so not a lot of more damage being applied. We'll see how this goes. Eclipse is going to go down to the Nikki. Nikki, again, just being a champion that can go in and do massive amounts of damage. It's just ACU versus Kexer and Fumi here. Both of them trying to go on to the, the Omega backing off here. This does look a little bad for Kexer, as Kexer is by themselves 1v1ing ACU while, their teammate is slowly repositioning here.
We are seeing a bit of a cooldown period. Everyone's sort of going and buying their items. We have the Felix coming over to solo the Omega.
Look at that damage. That is massive amounts of damage coming out from Felix. Let's go and take a look at the items real quick while we have this little slowdown period. We're seeing a nice Blazing Lance Mark II with the Smolder. Smolder only being available in Cobalt is a massive advantage. While they're losing out on a lot of damage that comes from that item, they are still gaining the Smolder buff, along with Chinese Armor Mask and the Myth Shield from earlier.
From Nikki.
This is almost crazy. That Nagel guy was good. I agree. The real Paul Jesus. Let's go. Welcome to the chat, my guy. All right, Cosmic Kumio being caught by themselves in a 1v3 situation. Adri applying the nice stun. Didn't bring in the fire, though, so Cosmic was able to back off. This is looking a little dangerous for Cosmic and their team now, but their team is coming in to back them up. Like I said, we're still in a bit of a slow period now. Red is pretty much controlling all three zones.
Yeah, they're really good at keeping those points under control.
Yeah, their team in general is a team that can play on massive amounts of damage. Honestly, just looking at the team comps by themselves, while every individual character seems good, I would almost question, the power dynamic here, as like Team 2 really applying massive amounts of damage so quickly and having so many options to control the points. We are seeing Blue take down, taking down the Heart here, going into the Felix. Will the Felix be able to make it out as Nozuru lunges forward? Oh, Felix coming back into the fight. Let's go. The 1v1 between Felix and Nozuru. Felix able to actually run out of here, applying a little bit of damage with his Wickeline Trail, but not enough to win the fight. Eclipse is low health here, but it is a 4v3. So we'll see how it goes. Nikki meeting Isaac up top, dealing massive amounts of damage. Heart meeting.
That's a big pick for team. God, I don't remember the name. But a big pick from the Heart, Nikki.
Team Strawberry, and that is going to give him the upper huge edge. Pick versus Yankin Rank right here. Yankin Rank on the back end now, as it's 13 versus 30. This is not looking great. 12 as another kill goes down. ACU leaving Eclipse alive here. Yankin Rank is on the final legs, as we might see the end of the match here shortly, as they have 30 more points to recover, along with every single beacon still up. Eclipse also going down, not able to make it back to the base. This is becoming brutal, but we are seeing Cosmic picking up the nice little red shirt, the Inquisitor. Will they equip it is the question. We're seeing a nice little rolls. We're going straight into the full gold team here. Just looking through the augments, trying to see what everyone's going for. Looking at the Felix, this augment here, I know I can't actually see what the name is. I know is the one that stacks on massive amounts of damage, the more that you actually hit, is probably doing a large amount of his damage for their team.
Definitely.
I would love to see
especially if he's getting those perfectly spaced autos.
Yeah, I would love to see the graphs for this match afterwards. I know it's you're not able to in a custom match, but I imagine the Felix is laying on massive amounts. Looks like Yankin Rank is completely split up here.
Yikes! And we have Heart doing massive damage to the people up top. He practically 1v2ing. What a huge! We have the rest of the team coming up to support her. Nozuru choosing to back off instead of committing. Smart choice.
Yeah, one thing I will say about both teams,
domination.
Both of these teams are extremely well versed in Cobalt, well Really good players. It really just feels like one team got the early game advantage and kind of just ran with it at this point.
Yeah, that seems to be the common theme from this game and last game as well.
Yep. Keep in mind, as the games go forward, they will be ramping up with the difficulty as we will be seeing more and more high MMR teams coming out. With next round, I do believe we're hitting into a couple of Mithril players as well, so we'll see how that actually affects it. Obviously, Eclipse is our resident Mithril player in this match, but we shall see.
Ooh, huge Isaac pull into the Theodore ult. Cosmic Kumio coming out, going into their R. Not quite getting the pick. Oh, there it is.
And there goes the Adriana, pushing back, pushing back Team Strawberry as much as they possibly can here. And that is going to be the end of the game already. It's almost like I didn't even see it coming. I'll be honest.
Complete domination coming from Team Strawberry.
All right, sorry for the jolting of cameras. As we see Mocha going into the first fight against Adorable. They're actually going to back up, give them the first beacon. Again, these beacons are worth so much at the beginning. As we've seen, every team that's controlled the majority of the points has automatically ran away with it. Rank 1 Virgin proving that that Death Rune is going to make the difference for them. Elena and Cicella both on you is just extremely hard to deal with. Going straight down to the bottom, as we got Fruitcake on top of Monk and Monk. Luke putting in massive amounts of damage. He may be able to take out Fruitcake here. Fruitcake is trying to run. Looks like it's going to be Mocha going down first. Blue team taking 2 hits down on the bottom. That's impressive. Like I said, we saw the first beacon going down. It is still anyone's game as red team is actually on the bottom half of this. Looking at the kills versus deaths here, we are seeing 1 kill from rank 1 Virgin, 2 kills coming from Adorable. So let's see how that goes. Like I said, the cooldown reduction really early is also not bad at all. No chest, Pepe hands. Sometimes you have to sacrifice a little chest just to get as much gold items as you can. It's understandable.
And it's working out for them.
Yep.
Cecilla being the only kill on that team.
All right, we're seeing a fight down bottom for the Bear. Bear is going to go down. I didn't see exactly who took the actual item from there. Fruitcake taking massive amounts of damage as Mocha is pushing them back.
Man, this Theodore just being super oppressive. That root with that Q is infinite damage.
All right, we still have a fight up top as we're going to see Elena taking down the Jackie. Now again, this is still anyone's game as the final score before the walls dropped is 38-34. So we're seeing a lot closer than we've seen in the other matches. Like I said, this could still go any way possible. We're seeing that ult coming down from Alex in this fight. They're actually going to back off as much as possible. Like I said, single target damage versus versus this huge AoE. It's going to make a huge difference now that both walls are gone about how we group and how we see this. Rats is actually going to take the chest right away, getting the cube watch, which is actually not bad for the Jackie whatsoever. They're going to automatically equip it. Let's see how it goes. Fruitcake still engaging into a 2v2. Monk and Monk going in for the heal. They're taking up massive amounts of damage. Cicilla bringing in the first ult that I've seen. This is becoming more of a 3v3. We are seeing some resources being expended by the Theodore here, but Theodore is not backing off, trying to apply any amounts of damage he can. We're seeing an ult coming from him. Philip taking massive hit here, but being able actually able to back up. Going up top real quick, we do see the 1v1 between Jackie and Elena, and is not looking super great for the Jackie. Going back down, obviously it's still the 3v2 now, as we did see our first death from this fight. Man, the Razi is putting in massive amounts of damage as well.
Oh, Theodore just missing the ult.
And being pulled back in by the Cicella. Again, Cicella is just a devastating character, but Mocha is going to go down there. Another ult coming out from the rank 1 Virgin. Philip actually making it back to base. Adorable being only 1 hit, choosing to go back in for another attack. And they actually get the cake with the Fruitcake's ult. This may be the end for Monk and Monk as well, as Monk and Monk is trying to get away from the Luke. Luckily, Elena was able to really just kind of zone him off. Monk being ran into the Jackie, though, making the odd choice to go for the totem versus actually going back for your base. Did not pay off in whatsoever. All right, it looks like everything's kind of calming down as red team is actually coming out the victor here. They are still lower on points, but they were able to get a good team fight in. Jackie going in for the bear while, we have Elena right next to them just farming away. All right, let's go ahead and do a gold item recap. We're seeing that our Mocha's already put in the max, bringing their purple augment automatically, trying to get as much value as they can from their credits that they're achieving. Going for radar and moonlight pendant. We are seeing a chest as well from the Cicelo, going for the crit chest. And the first hyper focus of the tournament going to Fruitcake and rank 1 Virgin. It's actually funny, hyper focus being one of the most controversial runes inside this entire game when it comes to Cobalt, being the one item that allows you to crit as an amp character, is extremely widely debated if we should have included into the tournament. Obviously, we chose to allow it, but we haven't seen it yet, and we're going to see it here right away as both teams are imploring it, both for Amp, Luke, and Cicelo. We are seeing some massive hits coming out here as we're going to see the ult from the Theodore, barely able to get away. Fruitcake is going to go down.
That Luke R doing massive damage.
But not enough to keep them alive. Again, it's still anyone's game. It's 33-24, 11 seconds left on phase 2. This may be the first game where Gamma actually comes into play as well. Cicelo getting a great pull onto Philip. Philip, thinking they were safe, are now running for their life. Hopefully they can actually make it out of this fight alive. Players slain by wild animals, as we're actually going to see the Theodore going down. Again, if you die to someone that is not the enemy team, you do not lose points, obviously. It is probably the strategy just to try to get an item. We're seeing Philip, the Emma, pulling in some more gold items as well. Going for the glacial shoes over the crit boots. Man, while Fruitcake is lacking the gold items, we're seeing the hyper focus crit augment and the amp augment, trying to put in as much damage as they possibly can. Ooh, looks like Rats is
pick off.
Yeah, Rats is calling. Being that single target damage being caught in between 4 players is not the best option. Why is there only 1 mythic? That is a good question. The only mythic that we're seeing currently right now is Mercury being deployed. It is still pretty early in the game. Like I said, we may be seeing more coming out. Like I said, if there's anything to note from the last couple of matches that we've had, not a lot of people have used Augment Hyper Focus. Not a lot of people have picked on red items, but the people who have technically won the game. So we'll see the kind of power being shown here.
Rats going ahead and backcapping for their team. Red controlling all the points currently. That is going to be big. Yeah. But it's not enough to keep them from losing the fight.
Red items didn't win game 1? Gotcha.
A subject has been terminated.
Like I said, red items aren't necessarily a deciding factor. They are being implored, though, by certain teams. So we'll see how it goes. Like I said, not a lot of people are really taking them. Man, we're seeing Rats actually going for the first Exodia of this game. Mocha will go down again. Like I said, Team Mocha is actually putting in a really good fight. It is a 10-point difference. These team fights, they're actually winning more team fights than they're losing, but they keep on getting picked off at like the worst times here. That is going to be a quick kill from Fruitcake. Like I said, if you think you're safe in your base, as long as Luke has his ult, he can definitely put in the damage. Dude, Jace Cosplay, thank you so much for the follow, my guy. All right, chat, let's look to you real quick. Who are you excited to see play in this tournament? Who are you excited to see go on to the next match? Superior, thank you so much for the follow. Like I say, it's Korean Cos fans versus Team Mocha. Team Mocha going in for
we're going to see a huge Solar System mini into Theodore.
Oh, and that's going to be Elena going down. Like I said, the team fight coming, from Korean Cos fan is looking really good. It is still now just a 3v3. The resources are being kind of like spread out. Thomas dominates for real. Let's go. Monk of Monk going down to Fruitcake. Rank 1 Virgin trying to escape the best they can. Like I said, still anyone's game. Rank 1 actually grabbing the health pack here. This may be the comeback that Team Korean Cosfan was looking for. Yo, Shago, thank you so much for the follow, my guy. All right, we're going to see some kind of settling down from Team Mocha. Team Mocha is trying to recap some of the points, trying to regroup, to say the least. Oh, we see rank 1 Virgin actually getting a nice grab. They're making a quick note of it, taking down Fruitcake. That is going to be a huge loss for the team when it comes to time here. Philip maybe the next go. Philip actually making it out by the skin of their teeth here. But Rats may not be so lucky. Rats jumping back in the base at the very last second. That's going to be the Alex ult gone. Like I said, it's funny that we're seeing, that we have a team that's extremely great at team fighting, actually picking off, one by one, when it comes to Team Korean Cospan. While Korean Cospan, the team that we predicted would be the solo target damage is going to pick off anyone they possibly can, is actually a team that is performing better in the team fights here. All right, we're seeing
they just got a lot of CC going for them on that other team.
All right, we're going to see the ult coming from Theodore hitting only the clone. Rats is looking pretty low here. We do see a bleed coming onto the Elena up top, though. They're trying to regroup, trying to get back anything they can. Oh, this is going to be pretty bad. As up top, we're seeing Elena. Let's go ahead and jump up to that. Elena and Rats engaging. Rats trying to take up that last point. We're still seeing a 3-3 down here. And that's going to be a huge Alex ult, as two members of Korean Cospan going to go down there. Adorable grabbing the point here, prioritizing points over this fight. But going to be taken right back by Alex. This is looking really good for Team Mocha here. Like I said, this
Team Mocha really showing us how teamwork should be done.
Dude, this is going to come down to Gamma. Like I said, it's my prediction. I feel like Fruitcake and their team has a really great chance to win this game still. I feel like it's not over, but it's going to be about how they control their team fight, how they engage, who they're picking off, and if they can actually get Gamma to try to really close that gap as fast as possible. All right, we're seeing another team fight going in. Rats trying to grab this beacon real quick, trying to regain any kind of advantage they can. We see another ult coming from Adorable, missing most of the team. Another ult coming from Alex, again missing so many people, but they're going to go straight back into his. Fruitcake is going for the engage. Mocha trying to come back in from the behind. Rats running into their base, but dying.
What a madman.
Rats really trying to make any play they can to try to win this game. It is just a 3v3 here. We'll see how this goes. And that's going to be another kill as the Elena goes down. Oh, it's so close. Rank 1 Virgin barely surviving here, but Monk is reviving at this time. This could be the quick turnaround that they needed to go and finish off this game. We're seeing a regrouping going on as they're trying to reclaim some of these points. I'm very interested to see who's going to be the first team to actually take Gamma.
Oh, me too. I for sure thought it was going to be team, I believe...
And Fruitcake taking out Rank 1 Virgin and Mocha at the same time. This is going to be extremely close. Let's see how this goes. All right. Team Mocha going in for the resource management. They have the points to kind of farm here. Fruitcake and their team just kind of like hovering around their totems, trying to grab whatever they can. Not a bad idea at this point, as like a throw at Gamma could either win or lose them the game here. Playing it slow is probably a lot better. We're going to see a stasis coming from Luke there.
Ooh, and a huge solar system mini into countless ults.
Oh,
Counter solar system mini. Looks like they're trying to turn it. Not going to be enough. Monk, Rank 1 Virgin coming back with just impressive damage. Rats.
And the Mercury
because of the Mercury.
Oh my god. This is becoming crazy at this point. Rank 1 Virgin about to be hit by another ult, but it dodges with the W. Monk trying to come in to try to do any cleanup they can from the damage they got. Rats trying to go in. Rats thinking twice before jumping back into the base here. Like I said, we are seeing some gameplay happening. It is coming back.
Team fight.
Dude,
and they currently control all these points. Looks like we have other team coming up and back capping. Emma fighting them off alone. Team coming to support.
All right,
we will see Rats engage.
Oh, Rats being split off from their team here. This may not be good for them. We're going to see the quick zoning ult from Theodore to try to save Rats' life. Running straight into Rank 1 Virgin. They're going to run straight for that, straight for the healing pack. Taking the full front of the Sissel ult, though. Again, that Sissel ult may not seem like much, but when you think about, how much hyper focus is really helping out in this kind of game. It is definitely a little scary here. Again, we're seeing the the Totem Mark II playing a huge factor into Fruitcake's gameplay here. Sitting down in front of Monk. What a play, what a play. We're seeing another Theodore ult allowing them to jump into this fight. Rats going a little bit too far in, again being split off from their team.
What a close game. Mercury coming out, saving Monk.
It is now 9-6 now. We are actually regaining a lot of traction here that they didn't have. Taking over 2 beacons out of the 3. Oh, but we're going to see Philip being jumped in on by 2 people. We're going to see a quick Alex ult to try to save them. Fruitcake is down to their last life. Fruitcake is going to go down. Fruitcake is actually putting in a massive amount of damage here, so seeing them go down this late into the game is not going to be great. They have 13 seconds before coming back. Can Adorable actually last for the last 2 points? Looks like they are going to cap before they can get one more there. Adorable try to place in any amount of damage to try to distract them while they can. This has been extremely close. They have 28 seconds to regain the top and bottom beacons to actually give them a chance to stay into this fight. Like I said, it is not over. 8 points is just 1 gamma away. Or 2 really good team fights. Will we see
Rats go ahead and solo the gamma? I don't think so.
I don't think so. They're going to recap top and bottom. They have to grab this bottom point. Being down to your last point is not somewhere you want to be here. Fruitcake jumping in, though, seeing the Theodore ult coming into support. This is close. Fruitcakes is actually going to lose their life here, and that is going to be the end of the game as they were not able to claim the last beacon. But man, that was so close to a comeback. Really got to give it to both teams. Shaco going in for a little bit of damage here. Let's go ahead and jump up to the top as we see Nikki going in straight on the Geb, but taking massive amounts of damage from the Elena. Oh, this is going to be pretty close, as Superior is going to be the first death here. Frankie Doodle still having full health here, may be able to actually 1v2. Is going to be pretty close, going straight back down as we see Shaco versus Ilo right now, taking another kill for their team. It is now Shaco versus Zoid, as Zoid may be able to get the counter kill here. Zoid having the back alpha, assuming because of cooldowns right now. Shaco putting in massive damage though. That's going to be another kill for the bot side.
So far, game neck and neck. We did have a death from Superior, but he's coming back with the Queen of Hearts and the Permafrost, both core to Nikki's kit. So far, gold item advantage is going to red team, but I guess we'll just have to see which team comes out victorious in the later half.
We'll see Frankie being knocked up, quickly countering with an ult to try to escape here. Frankie looks like they're going to be able to escape no problem. Geb trying to make the the distance to get Frankie. Frankie actually able to make it back to the base. Goes quick for the farming quick.
Wow,
all right.
Nikki ult coming out for the kill. What a sticky character.
But we're gonna see the Geb ult coming out to re-pick up Superior again. Going straight down. We're actually seeing blue team fighting right outside their base on the farming half of it. Looks like they're gonna go straight for Atsia. Will Zoid be able to actually get the kill real quick? Zoid getting stunned, but going in for the quick jump. And that's going to be another kill for blue team as well. Again, this is still neck and neck. It's only a 3-point difference right now, chat. This is going pretty good, though. A lot of Geb fans showing up.
Definitely one of the least eventful in terms of point gathering for both teams, phase 1, that we've seen all today.
All right, Jignut going to go down here to Frankie Doodle as Superior, and Frankie make the distance in. Shaco versus Zoid. Zoid actually coming out with a little bit more HP as they have to back off from this fight, though. Again, the one thing about Hyunwoo that I've noticed the most, depending on no matter who's playing them, they can do a lot, but without their cooldowns, they are kind of without. As we're going to see Jignut taking down Frankie Doodle for the revenge kill. Shaco applying as much damage as they can, try to keep them off this box, being a mithril chess piece. Going straight to Jignut here. Shaco going down to Ilo.
Wow.
Again, we are seeing some great performance, tying up the game again from both teams here. That is going to be in the favor of 4-piece McJig, as Superior trying to put in as much damage as they can on the Ilo, having to back up as their team moves it.
We're seeing some big wall stuns coming from Zoid, our Hyunwoo player this game.
Funny enough, we're not seeing any kind of grouping coming from red team right now, other than the 2v4 right now that we're seeing. Atsuya choosing instead to farm down below for their PLO, and the PLO is a character that can do massive amounts of damage just with their skills alone. So I do understand the need for farming, but I'm wondering what is going to happen when they actually group for a full 4v4 team fight here.
Yeah, and it does look like they do have the item advantage as well as the augment advantage. We're actually going to see hyperfocus coming out from Frankie Doodle and Atsuya.
And it's not going to serve them too well as Frankie Doodle is going to take another death there from both Geb and Zoid tag teaming. Shaco trying to put as much like distance between them while still using their ult to apply a little bit of damage as they can. Honestly, not putting in much at all as we see all players currently still full health minus Geb. Ew, hyperfocus we're hearing from chat right now. Hyperfocus is going to be employed on all teams, let's be honest. Atsuya getting a quick knockup on the ILO for the engage. We're seeing the skills coming out now as we see our first 4v4 fight really showing its fangs. ILO going to go down. Jigna going to be close to follow. Zoid being engaged on by the Nikki. Is Zoid going to try and jump away, but Zoid is not going to make it, leaving Geb all by themselves. Geb does have the ability to run back to the base. And that is not their base, as Geb's also going to go down. So we're going to see the full team life going down for 4-piece McJig as we tie up the game once again, 27-27. Can they grab the Omega before Team 4-piece gets back online? Zoid coming in, trying to look for that steal. Will he be able to get it as we're seeing the Aya ult being used? Zoid going in for it, taking the Omega for themselves, but losing their life in the process. That is still a huge credit advantage that they can spin right away. Jignut having the backup straight back to base, going back for the farming decision. We see the Kathy Ilo just running right now from the full 4-man that is Team No Burning Heart. Going straight on the bear, though, wasting no time whatsoever, but Asya is going to follow straight away, as this is Asya's hunting grounds. We'll see how Ilo actually does here. Ilo trying to opt for the escape. No, it was a fake to launch Asya away. What a play, what a play. Going straight up as we see Superior and Shaco putting on pressure on the Jignut, pushing them back in the base, but Jignut not wasting time again. We're seeing some really efficient gameplay here. Even when they're pushed back, they're not stopping the game. They're not going back to the base where they're farming.
Juke come down on bottom.
All right, Geb and Ilo going to take Atsuya down. Superior trying to go in for Zoid, taking Zoid's life here. Going straight into the Nikki, hold on to Geb, taking another kill. And Ilo barely making it out as Shaco's really just fishing for their ult to get a quick kill on them. Not going to find it there. They are going to regroup real quick, try to regain some of these points again. Man, what a play from Superior there. That was some gameplay that I was not expecting to see right there. We're going to see Ilo jumping into Shaco there. Shaco finding himself in a bad position as they're going to go down. Frankie coming in, being surrounded by 4-piece McJig, but their team close behind trying to save Frankie's life here. Superior putting in massive amounts of damage on the Zoid. We're going to see Frankie being pushed against the wall. Frankie going to escape with the E. We see another huge Nikki ult coming straight on the Zoid. Zoid barely making it out. Now keep in mind, Zoid does have the revival ult. This may be a bad time for that to be coming into play though. Going straight back into Superior, we have female Hyunwoo versus male Hyunwoo. Who will win? Geb going down to Atsuya above. There is just so much action happening right now. And Frankie Doodle dying to a turret. And we're going to see Zoid die, land on the jump pad, jump away as a corpse, and then revive mid-air to come back to their base to continue the fight. Whew.
And man, what big fights we have. You know, Nikki and Piola just able to lock down the front line while their back line comes in and does massive amounts of damage.
Now, what was a close game being a full-on, perfect tie is now becoming a 10-point difference as we see 4-piece McJig going down to 15 points. This is probably one of our quickest games that we've seen when it comes to the intense fighting going on. And that's going to be a kill on Shaco.
Man, what a huge solar system mini coming out from Jignut.
A complete team wipe right there, going straight for the Gamma, trying to reclaim the points. Do they have the damage as Zoid goes in for the capping? We have 1 second before Frankie Doodle comes out. They are getting a lot more items here. We're seeing a solar system. We're seeing the Dragon's Fury. They're only doing about half damage, trying to put in what they can. Backing off from Gamma here. Not able to take it in time. They do not have the damage, but it is getting extremely close. 15-21 here.
Definitely think it was a smart idea from them choosing to opt out, not quite having the smite potential.
And
Nikki coming in to steal a kill
again. But Geb going straight into Superior, taking Superior's life. This is, like I said, still anyone's game, still really great. Frankie opting for the point here. Ostia trying to continue the fight inside their, what you call it, speed zone. Ostia going down, 3v1 there. Whew. I would hate to be caught out by this team right now. Geb is showing some great displays. Elena and Ilo just putting in some damage. They are being pushed back by Shaco right here.
Huge damage. Jignut barely surviving.
Superior rejoining their team. Zoid actually recapping. Kind of in a bad position here. It looks like they're going to try to go for the stealth cap. As Ilo and Geb being engaged on by Superior and Shaco here. This may be Ilo's death if they can't make it out, and they cannot. Ilo is going to go down here. Geb is being pushed back into base. Zoid recapping here, but being caught off by Ostia, choosing to go back for the health pack roll here. They're not able to actually give the sneakily beacon here. We see Superior versus Geb and Estelle recapping what happened earlier at the beginning of the game. Let's see how this 2v2 is going to go, as Zoid is actually running away from Shaco up top. Barely making it alive. Zoid placing on the camera, trying to predict where this ult is going to go. Hitting the bear. And Zoid is just barely going to TP out. Going back down to the middle. Jignut is going to go down. Superior launching straight at Geb. Geb, despite being cloaked, does not know that there's actually a telephoto camera in the bush, giving them just enough vision to actually get this game going.
And man, what an expertly placed cam, giving them that information to let them know where exactly.
And that's going to be
Geb
a
was.
1-for-1 trade from Zoid and Ostia down bot, as we see the revive augment coming in to try to secure a back kill. It is now 7-16 though. Zoid is in a tough situation as he's being chased by Superior. Superior opting for the beacon. Zoid trying to decide what to do next, as he does have full vision. Shaco, Shaco and Frankie going straight for Ilo. They're really just controlling these last 2 points, as there's only 6 points left for them to really whittle down. This is still a close game, but it is going to be a very tough one here. I think it's going to definitely come down to Gamma. That little bit of damage he put in earlier to prep it may be just enough if they can actually get these kills being placed down. We're going to see Ilo by themselves putting in massive damage to Superior quick. Shaco being caught off guard. Frankie going down. This is now a 2v3 situation. Superior having to back off here. These could be the kills they need to actually get. Atsia may be able to make it out. Atsia is actually able to make it back to base. Superior going for the double health pack into the beacon, as we see Jignut and Ilo deciding to start onto the Gamma here.
Will they be able to take it this time? Their damage clear is not looking too great. Looks like they're going to have to get their other two mates to come and help them get the smite. And looks like they have the Gamma, and we're down to a neck-and-neck game.
So the 5v5, we do have information from Law right now. Law is about to have to go to work in 10 minutes. So Law will be dropping out. If y'all have a sub Law and y'all want to get in, Reese's Puff may be able to join in your place. Go ahead and coordinate that with Chicken if you can.
Missing the solar system mini.
Ilo is going to be able to make it out.
Able to get out.
But are they actually able to? As Shaco is really fishing for these kills here. All right, Superior going
in
down
for massive damage.
Again, this is 4v4, but the big thing to note here is every beacon is currently being controlled by the enemy team. In the next 18 seconds, we could see this 4-point lead go all the way down to a 1-point disaster.
Zoid giving them the double kill. Man, that revive augment not coming in clutch for him right there.
It's still anyone's game, but it's going to be pretty close. It's going to be a 1-4. They have to get a full team kill here if they actually want to win. Surprisingly, hiding within the bushes. Oh no, Atsia actually getting the surprise hit with the little collateral there. Geb is not in a great spot, as Geb's going to go down for the last point. Man, what a game, what a game. No Burning Heart taking the lead by only 3 points, guys. Who will actually win? No one knows. The team being represented by Red, Limbus Company being represented by Blue. We're seeing a quick skirmish going between Assassin Empire and Rise, as neither one of them are wanting to take the beacon. That is going to be a blue beacon, though, for Team Limbus Company. Assassin getting pushed back on the Marcus, going straight to the top, as Blue is actually controlling both beacons right now. Assassin is going to be able to reclaim bottom beacon, as the fights are just basically boiling down to a couple trades back and forth. A little bit of a slow start for this game compared to the last one, for sure.
Definitely. We're seeing a lot of range coming out from the Team Limbus Company. So these melee characters not quite being able to go in and do what they need to do.
Alrighty. It is going to be in favor of blue team right now as Limbus Company is taking the first 3 points of the game. Seeing some good fights coming out. Assassin Empire is coming back with full health though into the bottom fight. Famoker and Rise are getting pushed back, going straight for the health beacon. Going back up top is Vulcaner and Tireless Wizard trying to put in any damage they can against Thomas. The Magnus taking massive amounts of damage. This could be the end of his life, but he's actually going to make it out here. He's going to play the safe move, actually go straight back for farming. Thomas solos? Surely, surely. Alright, Mikkel versus Assassin Empires. How's this going down here? Again, we're seeing a lot of back and forth trading going on.
Yeah, a lot of poking coming out from both that Adina and that Tia. Yeah, not quite being able to land off those color combos, though. That's where most of her damage is going to lie. We're going to see the blue paint come out. Will she get the yellow? No, we have Marcus pushing her off her teammate.
Now, I do love the fact that they are actually like putting a lot of thought into like what team is going bottom, what team is going top, as we see like the nice little mage range being supported by a big burly man. But that is going to be another dev. Yo, Smug Dragon ER, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, viewers. If you're just joining in now, we are currently in the middle of one of the biggest Cobalt tournaments you'll ever see, as we have the team versus Team Limbus Company. Limbus Company taking the early lead here at 39 versus 33. Assassin Empire going down to Famoker. They're being pushed back into the 3v3. Vulcaner coming out with the ult, trying to play down any damage they can. Tireless Wizard trying to find their into this fight. Vulcaner taking massive amounts of damage here. Alright, we're going to see a blue paint coming out from Tia. Magnus spinning to win.
And man, these Tia blues are huge. Vulcaner looking really low.
Vulcaner choosing to stay in here is pretty interesting right now. They are going in for the sit right now, trying to regain as much health as possible. You gotta love it when you have a little bit of a... Yeah, so you have to love it when you have a little bit of a healer on your team. We're gonna see Thomas taking the Blazing Dress from the chest. Alright, the 3v3 is continuing as Assassin's actually going to reclaim top point coming in from the fight from the side here. Going to reclaim mid, prioritizing beacons while the poking is continuing to happen.
Yeah, Limbus Company taking a huge lead, not letting the team have these beacons.
Rise by himself in the middle of Limbus Company. Limbus Company taking the advantage to get the first kill here. The stun on the Mikkel as the Sua is going to go forward. We're seeing the paint combos coming out. We see the root onto the Ava. Ava barely making it, but not too far. That's going to be another kill on the Vulcaner, putting Assassin Empire and Mikkel back in their base as they're reclaiming the points here.
Yeah, and they're just showing complete dominance over these points as the lead slowly widens.
Alrighty.
We will see some gold items coming out from the team. Everyone seems to have their gold weapon coming in, so hopefully this will make a difference for the team.
This is getting really interesting now as we see Omega going straight down to Limbus Company. Limbus Company putting in a massive lead right now. The team has to find their in here or else they're going to be put down the losers bracket from here. Assassin going in for the back cap right now. Well, the funny thing about these team fights I'm noticing is that we have a lot of poking going back and forth before anyone truly engages. It's like they're trying to find their in. They're trying to pick the right moment to go for a full engage. And usually it feels like the first person to engage is the person who's taking the most amount of damage. We're going to see
Magnus, it's really hard for these melees to get in.
Yeah, Magnus actually coming in, getting a kill, but going straight down to Labby there. Sorry, going down to Rise. My bad. Rise going to miss their... jump in. Assassin actually coming in for the assassination on the Labby. Tom is barely making out of this fight. Rise trying to find their out. Mark is missing their wall stun here. Alrighty. This could be the comeback that the team was looking for. Let's see how it goes.
It is definitely something that they needed. However, I believe that was their first time dying, so now they're coming back with gold items in their inventory. We're going to see gold weapons, gold heads, gold chest pieces coming out from Limbus Company.
Like, the big thing is, even if you go down, you can always come back a lot stronger than you were. And like I said, we've seen it in plenty of games before that the gold items necessarily don't make or break the game, but they do make a huge difference. Red team is actually going to get the what we call the pity box here, potentially getting a advantage by getting a free red item, or potentially just some stim packs. We'll see how that actually goes and plays out in the future.
Ult coming out, just missing. Marcus coming in, getting the wall stand, flipping and dipping them, teaching them what it really means to toss the salad. Taking Labby out. What a huge fight coming from the team.
The team still not giving up another point in the past couple of minutes here. The team really finally finding their groove here. Limbus Company has to kind of regroup and try to rebuild up their forces. Thomas going in for the sneakily death to try to get a couple items real quick. The issue now is like you have this kind of like downtime where like Thomas, who's just now having a chance to buy, has to spend that time away from their team while the game continues on. It is coming closer and closer to a comeback for the team as they are whittling down Olympus's early lead that they had taken before. But Moker finding himself caught out here. For Moker, it looks like they're going to go down pretty quickly. Yeah, being caught in the middle of 4 people without your escape, not the best time to be having. Rise going for the back cap, though, thinking twice before going straight into the midpoint, as we do see, Red team making a full 180, trying to go back for Rise. Thomas laying in a little bit of damage from afar.
Yeah, one thing about these melees is it sure is hard to get in, but when they get in, there's tons of CC. Magnus Bite coming out. Volcanor getting really low. We're going to see Wizard go down. Huge Eva Beam coming out from Volcanor.
Alright, Assassin being pushed back extremely bad. Volcanor actually trying to take the sneaky sit down, but being discovered inside the bush is actually going to barely go down from the Tia. Oh, they almost escaped. That was extremely close. Mikkel finding themselves in the 2v1 situation. Can they make the speed gate? It looks like they can. We're going to see a little bit of back capping going on as Limbus Company is starting to find their footing once again.
Man, we are seeing full Exodia coming out from Tireless Wizard, the Magnus player, as well as almost full Exodia from Assassin Empire. These are some scary characters.
Seeing a little bit of backcapping coming from the team as they're trying to reclaim any kind of territory that they can. And keep in mind, guys, for those who don't know, even if it is just a small bonus, having all 3 beacons is huge if you're the team who's currently grouping and defending them, as those all give you individual bonuses that just help out your team fight even further. Are we going to see it? Yeah, we see the first hyper focuses coming out for this team as Thomas is taking hyper focus, Vulcan is taking hyper focus, which Thomas actually taking on the crit item to go ahead and get that kind of value from their hits right now. Now, Thomas in the early game was someone who only died to themselves at the very beginning, quickly trying to gain these item advantage, gain these hyper focus advantages the best they can.
Magnus getting that spin to win, not to avoid the TS stun, but not making it out alive. Unfortunate for the team as they go into this 3v4.
Alright, we're seeing the 2v2 going between Volcaner, Thomas, Famoker, and Michael, but their team is going to quickly come back, trying to resupport him. Assassin, again, finding themselves a little bit off to the left, going for the back up right now, but there is massive damage being applied as that, small bonus of the hyper focus is actually already applying massive amounts of damage for their team. Assassin quickly rejoining the fight, trying to find their into the engage. Not wanting to push too far, though, as they don't want to find themselves in between the Limbus Company at this time. Prioritizing points instead. Really, I love the gameplay that Assassin is putting out here. Even though they're not able to make a great engage, they're finding ways to still be of value to their team by recapping these points when the fights are happening, while not, like, sacrificing their life or sacrificing their team's lives. Oh, we see an amazing pullback on Rise. Rise not able to escape here. It is still a 3v3 though. A 2v3. As we see another death happening right before our eyes.
And that was a big Magnus bike into the engage. They were able to get the upper hand on here and turn this fight into a 2v3. It looks like it's a 2v2 now with Labby going out and the team coming out with the upper hand.
Sorry about that.
Are you all good?
Yeah, I'm good. Had to drink some water. Believe it or not,
I'm getting to that point too.
Yeah, the announcer voice does take the toll on you as these games kind of go on. It is fine because tomorrow is my off day from streaming, so I will be able to rest and relax and lose my voice even worse. All right, we're seeing a little bit of a split between Limbus Company, but they are applying massive amounts of damage from range. One big thing about having these two melees kind of supporting your team, while it does seem great on paper, it is still kind of hurting them in the fact that they're not able to really find that in against this kind of team where their melees are still ranged melees. We're seeing a lot of like massive amounts of poke coming from them. Well, that Tia almost being crazy.
Tireless Wizard fighting 1v3, going down, making it a 3v4. We're going to see the engage on to the Haze, not quite getting that. Labby managing to find a way out of the fight. No picks off from the team. And we're going to have a full reset hitting the health pack. Mikol going down to the Tia. Man, this is just looking like the team is struggling to find their footing. Hopefully they can buy some items and turn it back.
Like I said, they're not.
We are seeing the red item coming from Tireless Wizard. Hopefully that is what they need. Sorry.
Oh, good. Sorry about that. All right, we're seeing massive damage is going on to Volcaner. Volcaner choosing to stay in the fight, though. That hopefully that choice doesn't come back to bite him in the future. Assassin choosing the health pack, making a very weird kind of movement play, trying to like test the waters with the team, trying to find his in there. Yo, Jack, thank you so much for the follow as well.
They're just being poked out by this Tia and Haze. Absolutely pumping out a ton of damage.
Now, keep in mind, they have to reclaim these points. We're about to see another point lost just from the top beacon alone. Assassin going back for the back capping now, choosing to prioritize trying to get some of these points from losing. We're seeing Famoker going into the fight, but barely missing the bike. That TL just
almost
hard to
the
hit.
TL.
Up, and we're gonna see the double kill from the Thomas. Let's go! Famoker getting a kill as well in that fight, taking down one last champion, and the team goes down. The final 5 points on the board. This could be it, folks. This is the literal final game for the for the winners bracket, and Team Limbus Company has come to show out. Never lose hope in Limbus. Never lose hope in Limbus. Can the team come back at this time? They are still putting up a good fight. There is still hope here with the final 3 points. As long as it's not down to the last one, we'll see how it goes. Oh, man. The team not wasting any time to get back in this game with a 3v4. Let's see how this actually goes real quick. We're going to see Volcaner trying to recap, trying to get anything they can. And they're going completely psycho mode, as that is going to be it for the final kills. GG Team Limbus Company. GG the team. What a great game. As close as it was, it really looked like the team was actually going to come back there halfway through the game.
Yeah,
but ended up losing footing in the last one.
What an amazing game from Limbus Company. Never losing Jope, coming and finding their footing to come back from the impressive the team.
Never losing Jope.
We will go ahead and see them in losers bracket coming up right now.
Whew. What a game. What a game. What a game. Let's go ahead and take a look at the bracket real quick, kind of get a feel for what is happening right now. If those are wondering at home, this is double elimination, so not everyone's out. So as we go ahead and update this real quick, as the Limbus Company will be moving on to the next round, we'll go ahead and see that for the losers bracket, we'll be seeing 4-Piece McJig versus K9 Satan. Whoever wins this match will be going on to the round 8 for losers bracket. Then